Hey everybody, it's me, John Anthony Chihak Soltero. I am the anti-hero, and today we're doing a Kickstarter unboxing of Doug TenNapel's Earthworm Jim Kickstarter. This was to print the second book, and there was a lot of like extra stretch goals and goodies. Plus, if you backed it on the very first day, you got some extra stuff. So this is the inside of the box right here. It's got a nice framing to it that actually slides open. And my apologies, I had already actually opened this because I was recording the video before and said Doug's name wrong. So I wanted to get that right. So this is take 2. All right. So first on the that was loose in here is one of the villains. It's a really sweet looking patch. Let me get that light down. Right in his little bubble dome head. It says ungroovy. And then you get this polybagged or bagged up. These are all the extras that you got. This says, thank you, Doug TenNapel. Show off your order by making a great unboxing video and post it with Earthworm Jim 2 unboxing in the title. We're halfway there. Let's see, we've got the 8-page Evil the Cat comic, the 24-page Bigfoot Bill 3 comic, 4 different stickers, Evil the Cat cloth patch, and a 9x12 black and white print. And then it's got an email address on here saying if you're missing anything from this pack, please send us an email, give us a heads up. The really cool thing is they sent a lot of updates on the Kickstarter itself. One this week as my package was hurtling its way towards Tucson, Arizona, and it was talking about how there were some issues with some of the delivery for some people. So they said, don't worry, we got you, we're going to cover you if there was damage to your stuff. They even said there were some people that theirs got stolen. They're going to make it right. They're going to resend stuff out. So I think that's awesome. And there was a lot of transparency in this campaign, which is really, really cool because you don't necessarily see that with a crowdfunding campaign because the crowdfunding campaign platforms don't mandate it. You can actually smell this. It's not a litho, but it's a really cool black and white print of all the major characters. Let me actually turn that off. From Earthworm Jim. It's almost like a family photo. This is super great. All right, so there's the print. Here's the Evil the Cat patch. 4 different stickers. So we've got Princess What's Her Name? And that's actually her name. We've got Earthworm Jim, the logo. I'm not sure who this guy is. And then we've got a grayscale pencil sketch Earthworm Jim die cut sticker. And then here's they called him Evil comic book about Evil the Cat. That cover is great by itself, but then you check out this back cover. That's awesome. So they got a forward in here. It's a full color book. It's an 8-page book. This is, oh wow, it looks like the cover artwork was done way back in 1991 by Darren Bader. This is some great stuff. Like, I love that it doesn't follow the regular grid flow. So you got the grid flow here on this page, and then you have something a little more organic, where you've got the circular flow of the storytelling. That's a lot of fun. I like that. And the fact that, you know, some artists and creators are able to do this, and sorry not. I haven't even read it, and I'm already bawling. That's great. Okay. Then we've got Bigfoot Bill number 3, Born Twice. That's a super cover. You know, like the font and the cover and the colors, the noir-esque aspect of it, this really kind of reminds me of the current Batman and Catwoman cover palettes that they've been doing, even down to like the font that they're using, which is kind of cool. You've even got this back cover. It says the fate of the world rests in the hands of a Bigfoot with a kraken attached to his chest. I don't know, man. That is a phenomenal elevator pitch right there. I got to work on my elevator pitch for the Bubba Patrol. 30 seconds or less trying to convince you to pick up and read the Bubba Patrol. But if the pitch, let me read this again. The fate of the world rests in the hands of a Bigfoot with a kraken attached to his chest. I mean, you'd at least want to pick this up and flip through it, right? You've got some really, really great artwork in here. Also all color. This is a full 24-page comic book. One of the things I love about comic books, because of the printed medium, is the smell of the ink and the paper. And this is like fresh. It's almost like they printed it, they waited for it to dry, and then they put it back in here. So this actually, they may have not waited for it to dry all the way, because that page kind of, yeah, just a little bit of adhesive from the paint and the ink. I mean, this is great. Look at this color. Look at this artwork. Just the flow. I mean, come on. You'd want to read this, right? I'm going to read it. All right. So, let me move this so I don't stick stuff to it, because that would be horrific if I messed up stuff that just arrived. Done before. All right. So these are the two things that I backed specifically. This was the tier that I backed. This is a great box. I'm almost sad that they shipped the work in this box, just because, you know, it got beat up and stuff like that while it was in transit. Everything looks great. It was packaged well enough that the interior contents didn't take damage. But this is kind of one of those cool boxes that you'd like to keep. And I mean, you know, of course, it's got the post office stickers on it. It's got my sticker on it here, which is supposed to be for that area. But then you've got this really cool, that's for kissing my daughter, backhanded slap to knock Earthworm Jim's eyes out. All right. So this is the one that they were really, this is what the crowdfunding campaign was about. Earthworm Jim 2, Fight the Fish. Is that Mike Mignola? Holy crap. All right, so you got the Doug TenNapel's artwork on the cover, on the front cover, right? You've got Mike Mignola doing an Earthworm Jim piece for the back cover. That's pretty cool. All right, but the tier that I backed also got me Volume 1, which is called Launch the Cow. I mean, that's some great artwork right there. I'm pretty enthused about that. And then you've got this great Earthworm Jim piece on the back where he's fighting a bunch of crows. Now, I never owned Earthworm Jim when I was a kid. I had a Sega Genesis, and I never owned Earthworm Jim, but I do remember going to, this is going to date me heavily, going to Montgomery Ward's at Elcon Mall, which is not even a mall anymore. And Montgomery Ward's doesn't exist either, so that shows you how old I am. Going to Montgomery Ward's, and they had an electronics section. And like most department stores at that time, you know, they had a little bit of everything. This was really, really before like specialty shops like video game stores and stuff like that were really starting to make their way into the community. But they had the display setup where you could play different demo games. And like this was around the era with like Shaq Fu, Mortal Kombat, Toe Jam and Earl, and Earthworm Jim. So this is the Launch the Cow hardcover, really, really beautifully bound. They've got foil stamping and foil lettering. And then the cover, you're not going to be able to see it. Oh yeah, a little bit you can. It's embossed. Earthworm Jim is actually glossy, and the rest of the characters on here are matte, which is, they did a beautiful presentation of this. This is your opening page spread. And even this has embossed gold foil stamping on his armbands. You can see it reflected, and his collar. That's really cool. The only thing I'm kind of bummed. Oh, wait a minute. Here's cool. Check that out. So there's a little Earthworm Jim sketch in there. I mean, it's part of the artwork, but the page itself folds out because it's cut. Let me see if I can do this without destroying this. Okay. Brand new hardcover is always tough to open, but check that out. Okay. He's doing a self-portrait. Oh, that's hilarious. I don't know. I dig it. I dig this a lot. He's doing it in crayon. This is phenomenal. And then this part where you get the preview is kind of like a watercolor aesthetic. So you're gonna get, oh snap, I didn't even notice that. It's like a Bible, yo. Check it out. It's gold edged on the pages. This is sweet. Oh. You got some great artwork, full color, all total stories of everything that went into this. I'm looking so forward to sitting down and reading this. I'll be honest, I've never read an Earthworm Jim comic in my life, and like I said, I never actually played the video game. I played the demo. Just seeing if there's like a table of contents in here. So I'm wondering if these are made from masters, like if he remastered the pages or whatnot, or if this is more like maybe they redid it, because like I said, since I never read the comics, I didn't know who the creative team on here is. I mean, Doug TenNapel, he did the he did the writing and the art, but then there's flatting and there's coloring and there's the lettering. There's additional pencils credit in here as well. This is a high quality print job, and the back of this is even embossed too, so you can see how Jim is shiny and the rest is matte as well. And then this, like I said, this is the one that they funded right now. And this is Fight the Fish. This is volume 2. So as far as I understand, these are all new stories. Again, you've got the gold foil edging. Jim is embossed on this, and he stands out because he's also glossy. And then you've got the matte background, and then you've got the Mike Mignola background, or in the back. And I mean, you can't do Mike Mignola glossy like that. They did the back in matte, so they did it right, because this is great as well. It's Princess What's Her Name. Beautiful painted shot of her. And then in here, you've got the credits page, or the title page, and you've got the fish. I'm guessing this is the fish that they fight. This also has gold edging on the pages. This artwork is beautiful. I wonder if he's working digitally, just based on some of the line style on this. Like, I think the first book is traditional art style that he did with like pen and paper and stuff like that. But you can kind of see a little bit of this, that maybe it is also possible that these were taken from his pencil sketching, and that's just his style, that it translates so well, and it looks like the lines are done digitally as well. Because there's little things, there's like lines that pull and carry out, but that's also his line style. But you got these like great action sequences. So this book, that's page 117. Like we're all the way, the last numbered page. It's like 160 page hardcover. And then volume 1, Launch the Cow, has got to be around the same size. This was an awesome Kickstarter that I backed. So I'm super, super happy with it. A lot of times you just kind of wonder, like, well, are they really going to do this? But like with some of these bigger Kickstarters, and don't get me wrong, Earthworm Jim, while being a big Kickstarter, was nowhere on the level of something like Spawn or, you know, when like the campaign hits 3 million in one day kind of thing. And like these creators want you to think that you're really a part of this process. Well, you're not independent if you're hitting 3 million in your first day for your campaign. Don't get me wrong, like people like what they like. I'm not a huge Spawn fan. I like the toys and stuff like that, but to me, that's not really an independent venture. Like Todd McFarlane doesn't need to go that way. Whereas somebody like Doug TenNapel is, he's independent enough that doing a Kickstarter, an Indiegogo, some sort of crowdfunding, really makes a difference for him to bring out his vision. And you got to remember, like, creators who are behind the radar or, you know, under the radar or behind the scenes, and they're not, you know, running companies and stuff like that at the same time, it's a lot harder for them to get their vision noticed. But the cool thing about doing it this way is his vision isn't compromised. So he's bringing you Earthworm Jim the way he intends it, the way he sees it fit. Just like now when I'm doing the Bubba Patrol, is like we're doing it in full color, we're doing it on newsprint, and it's being presented to you in a traditional comic book format. One of these days, hopefully, we'll be able to get something along these lines. And actually, with the page count that we're looking at, once we finish 4 and 5, we're going to be around 160 pages or so for a finished product like this. So maybe we'll look at like a hardbound edition way into the future. But I gotta say, super happy that I backed this. I'm stoked to be able to get into Earthworm Jim. I do have my my HD Retron Sega Genesis. Like it's a mini console. It's literally like that big. So I'm gonna try to seek out a copy of Earthworm Jim on Sega Genesis so I can see if I can play that. But until next time, guys, keep reading comics. Please comment, like, share, subscribe if you like the content. You know, like I said, I'm not doing this to monetize or to, you know, get a billion followers or whatever. Like, I create my comics, and that's what I do for my, you know, to gain an audience and stuff like that. But if you want to keep seeing content like this, unboxings and hauls and more stories about what I'm doing, please like, share, subscribe, comment. I love to interact with people, but just, you know, remember, like, let's be civil in the comments, like keep it based on what the subject matter is and stuff like that. And we'll go from there. But I look forward to hearing from you and seeing those likes pile up, and hopefully we'll get Doug to weigh in on my what was the wording on this? My great unboxing video. I hope it surpasses great. I mean, you got all this cool stuff in the background set up. You got me, you got sultry sounds of my voice. And we'll be back. Maybe I'll do a review on Earthworm Jim once I finish reading these. So I'm behind on my comics, but we will get to it. So like I said, until next time, take care of yourselves, wear your masks, wash your hands, social distance, stay home if you can. Let's knock this out of the park. Get the vaccine if you're eligible to get it. And let's make the remainder of 2021 the best year ever. Because I can't wait to start going back to conventions and meeting people and slinging comics and talking to you guys face to face. Take care.